you can make your own chicken wire to create these trendy sun catchers. Hello live wires, Heather Boyd Wire here. Today we're making these beautiful sun catchers by creating our own chicken wire. I've seen many sun catchers like this that you can make with actual chicken wire. You can also get mini chicken wire at the craft store. So without further ado, let's get wired. For the cat sun catcher, I'm using 20 inches of 12 gauge gold aluminum wire. I'm going to form it around the outside of the template, holding the wire with the chain nose pliers and curving it around with my thumb. Continue to go around the shape of the cat, holding the wire down against the template so that it stays firmly in place. Just keep curving until the wire is the right shape. The aluminum wire is quite soft and easy to manipulate. Make sure you hold the wire down against the template, bring it around up towards the top of the ear, and hold it with the chain nose pliers to bend it down and curve it down for the ear. And then another bend at the bottom of the ear towards the center top of the head. Now we'll remove it and bend the wire straight up in the center of the forehead, and we want to line up the wires and then start the bend with the pliers and then curve it around the vertical wire, holding it and pulling the wire snug. Clip the wire with the flush cutters and push down the pokey end with the chain nose pliers. Squeeze it in. Now we're going to clip the wire to about 1/2 inch or so. Take your round nose pliers and make a simple loop at the center top of the cat. Now take 15 inches of 18 gauge gold aluminum wire. Fold it in half and attach it to the bottom of the cat face. Wind the wire around and make sure the wires finish at the front. We're going to make sure it's centered. I'll follow the template, give it a little squeeze, and we're going to add all the other wires across the bottom. We have 5, and we're going to start twisting them. For this one, I'm just eyeballing the position. You could measure if you want, but it's much easier just to do it by eye. Even if it's a little off, it'll still look nice when it's finished. Holding the 2 wires firmly, crossing the one over the other, and do 3 twists. Then we'll go to the next row and spread the wires out and twist them in an alternate fashion than the first line before it. So this creates your chicken wire formation, and we will continue twisting the wires together row by row. Now we'll go to the next row and hold the wires firmly, keeping the wires out at an equal angle to make sure it's an even twist. And continue twisting your wires together until we've reached the top. 1, 2, 3 twists. And now we're going to do the last row. You can place it on the table to hold it down if it's easier. Now we need to attach the wire at the side of the cat face. Wind it around a couple of times and bring it towards the next wire to do the twist. Go around 3 times and then keep connecting your wires together to finish your chicken wire. 1, 2, 3, moving your way up to the top, crossing the left wire over the right wire. And now we're going to attach it again at the side, working our way up. You can wind it 1 or 2 times. 2 is probably best. And then crisscross it. Try to center that crisscross. Push the other wires out of the way and twist. 1, 2, 3. Now we have finished all the rows, we are going to attach it at the top. I cut my wires a little long, but always better too long than too short. Clip the wire and continue attaching the wires at the top. Bring it around a couple of times, finish it at the back, push the wire down, and clip with your flush cutters. And then when you get to the middle, we're going to finish one wire on each side of the centered loop. Bring it around to the back and clip. And once we're finished, we can flatten it down. You can use the nylon jaw pliers to adjust the twists so they're more vertical. This is the position of the beads. We're going to make our own head pins. You can use commercial head pins if you prefer. Do a centered loop and take your bead. I'm using these pretty flower beads. We'll make a simple loop by cutting the wire at about 1/2 inch, taking your round nose pliers and making a centered simple loop. Press in those little pokey ends, straighten it out, and we'll get a little jump ring. It's about 5 millimeters. Close it up and get a larger jump ring, about 7 to 8 millimeters. And with that one, we're going to hook it onto the Suncatcher. Bring it around the twisted wire, close up that jump ring with your chain nose pliers, and it just dangles down in the chicken wire. At the top, I had to adjust a couple of the wires because the bead was slipping back and forth. So I brought these two wires closer together so the bead wouldn't slide back and forth. And there's your finished Suncatcher. Now to make your own chicken wire, I tried it with 22 gauge wire. It was a little bit stiff. I ended up using 24 gauge wire. I have a cork board and graph paper, and I placed my pins in position, and then I got my 24 gauge wire, about 8 inches each, and I'm twisting the wires together, 1, 2, 3, as we did before. You can straighten the wires with the nylon jaw pliers too. And then we're going to crisscross them, the bottom one over the top one, hold it in place and twist. 1, 2, 3. From there we can take our template and we will place the twisted wire just on those pins. You'll see at the end I ended up moving the first row up because they were a little elongated. From there we really want to hold it in place and twist so the twist starts right at that pin. And we're going to twist it 3 times. And we will keep adding our wires and twisting as we did before with the cat, except now we're making the chicken wire first and we will fit it to our shape after. If you run out of pins, just bring them from the first rows up and continue. I have a little piece of cardstock that I use to hold down the wires. That's optional, but if you find your wires get in the way, this is a useful tip. The 24 gauge wire is nice and thin and quite easy to work with. Twist it 3 times. And the ends I found a little bit pokey, so if that bothers you, get some round nose pliers before you do all your chicken wire and round out the end so they're soft when you're working with them. Here's our finished piece, and you see I moved the pins up so the first one wasn't so elongated. So I have my shape of the butterfly, and to make it fit I had to add a couple of rows on it. We'll make the butterfly shape with 20 inches of 16 gauge artistic wire. Bend it in the middle, place it on the template, and hold it firmly to curve around for the wings. This is the same method we used in the first design. The artistic wire is copper and it's a little stiffer than the aluminum wire, but it holds its shape really nicely. Hold it where you want to bend it. Get your chain nose pliers to bend the wire at a nice sharp bend, and we'll go ahead and do the other wing. Holding the wire against the template, curving it around with your thumb, bringing it up, and take your chain nose pliers to bend it at a sharp angle. You can adjust it as you go to make sure it stays nice and flat. Use your nylon jaw pliers and place it back on the template. Hold it firmly, curve the wire around and out, and continue around to make the shape of your butterfly. You can also print out your own clip art if you want to make other shapes. Bring it around towards the center, right down, hold it where you want to bend it, and use your chain nose pliers to bend it straight up. Once we've done the other side, we're going to bend it up in the middle as we did the first one, and wind a piece of 20 gauge wire around both wires to hold them together. Hold it firmly and bring the wire around about 3 times, pulling it tightly, and then you want to give it a good little tug and wind it around at the base so it doesn't slide. So this wind is more perpendicular to the first wind, and we'll do the same with the other wire. Bring it back down and wind it around the other side. This will give it a nice finish and the coil won't move up and down. Clip both ends and pinch in those pokey ends with your chain nose pliers. We're going to see if the chicken wire fits. You can spread it out a little bit if you need, and we're going to start attaching it to the frame. This part takes a little bit of time, but it looks really nice once it's all attached. So bring the ends around, pull them tight. You can use your chain nose pliers to pull them tighter. Clip the ends with your flush cutters and work on one side and then the other at the same time so it stays centered. Bring the ends around, just wind them around one time on each side is good, pulling them with the chain nose pliers and clipping them flush with your nipper tool. Once you get to the middle, you might have to unwind some of those twists so it will fit in place, and then pull the wire around and clip it. We want to do the same on both sides. Bring the wire right around, pull it tightly, end it at the back, and clip it. And in the center, I just pushed the wires together and brought the twisted wire right through the center. Bring it right through and pull it. Bring the twisted wire right around to the back, and then we're going to clip it with the nipper tool or flush cutters. Pinch in the little pokey ends. Once we've attached all the little wire ends, I had another little section that I added an extra piece of wire to hold in that little shape. We're going to bring it around a few times. 3 times is good, it'll resemble the twist. Finish it at the back and clip it with the flush cutters. Gives it a nice finish. Pinch in all your pokey ends. Take the bail making pliers to round out the tops of the antennas And you can hang the Suncatcher from these little loops if you like. Bring them around to a closed loop. Adjust them so they're sticking out a little bit, and there's your finished butterfly. Now we have our configuration of the crystal beads. These are 6mm faceted glass beads. Again, I'm going to make my own little jump rings with 22 gauge wire, using my precision round nose pliers to make a little loop on the end of the wire. Add your bead and clip it to about 3/8 of an inch. Take your round nose pliers, hold the bead, bend the wire out and around to make a centered loop. Pinch it closed, get a little jump ring to attach it to the bead. And now you can attach it directly onto the Suncatcher. I just used one jump ring this time because I don't want it to hang down too low. And there's your little dangly bead. Add all your beads to make your finished Suncatcher. You can screenshot the templates or get them in my DIY Suncatchers to make and sell ebook, linked up in the description below the video. Today's featured live wire is Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia, for your wonderful participation in the 10-day scrap wire earring making challenge and for sharing your beautiful beaded spiders in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Check out my Etsy DIY shop where I have all kinds of ebooks and templates for wire art and jewelry. You can use the coupon code SAVE25 to save 25% on any 5 templates, tutorials, or ebooks. Join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook to share photos of your wire art and wire jewelry. You can also join me live on Wire Lady TV every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I troubleshoot new ideas and designs for wire art and wire jewelry. Happy wiring, everyone, and we'll see you the next time.